Yeah, play this clip real quick, Amit. So this was in 2017 when yeah.
Behind me, you see a group of protesters who are protesting against Palantir out of fear that they might build a Muslim registry. We're going to go talk to them about why they're here. What brings you out here today?
We're here to raise awareness about Palantir, a Silicon Valley tech startup right here in Palo Alto that works as a government contractor for federal agencies like the Department of Homeland Security. It's come out recently through court documents and leaks that Palantir is building data tools for immigration enforcement. Today we're pointing out two tools, one called AFI and one called Falcon. These tools look a lot like a Muslim registry already, and they could be being used for workplace raid style mass deportations. So we want to raise awareness in the Silicon Valley community that these are tech workers just like us that are doing this.
People over profit. People over profit.
So the thing is that Alex Karp from Palantir has actually come out last week in Forbes and said he would not build a Muslim registry. There's still a lot of people who seem to be concerned about that. Why is that?
It's not that we're looking for some sort of promise and then we'll be satisfied. It's that we demand systems of that are publicized. Where
She can't even explain. Do you see this?
Keep itself in check.
Tech workers, unite! Tech workers, resist! Tech workers, unite!
It seems like it's we always hear of protests against tech or tech companies, but it's very rare that we hear of tech workers themselves actually protesting technology. And you yourself are with a tech company, you're with Facebook. What brought you out here today to actually protest?
Well, I want to point out that I'm here on my own. So
I'm not trying to get
here
fired.
That's right.
because I think the tech community needs to hold itself accountable. We have these values we espouse very publicly and very loudly about tech being a force for good in the world. So when we feel that tech is maybe not a force for good in the world, it's important that we're out here as well, holding ourselves accountable.
Look at the idiot in the back, deport billionaires. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. Okay, so I want to say something about this. So give me like 2 minutes. I got something. This was a really good video. It triggered something in me. So Netflix just made a new documentary on Pornhub. Okay, I watched it last night. It caught my attention. Thumbnail was interesting. I clicked on it.
Wait, you watched Pornhub or you watched?
No, I watched the Netflix documentary on Pornhub. Okay,
and then you went and searched for Pornhub.
No. I watched the Netflix documentary. On
He
Pornhub.
thought he was getting involved, and then he was like, I guess I'll watch the documentary.
Well, I usually don't watch anything on Netflix. I don't watch Netflix. I'm a YouTube guy, but I just
typed in Pornhub and basically the Netflix documentary came like, let me investigate.
Yeah.
No, anyway,
My viewers need to know about this.
They went to they did an hour 30 minutes really breaking down content moderation. Okay, and obviously Pornhub has to deal with a ton of stuff. All adult film websites have to do this. Now, what this uncovered when I did my due diligence is I started typing in content moderation. The real due diligence here. Okay, do you guys know how much the content moderation industry is worth? The industry is defined as companies that have to hire people to moderate content. It's 13 billion. It's growing 10% every single year. Facebook contracts 15,000 people across the world to do content moderation. These are people, if you type in the secret life of a Facebook moderator, you'll find the article on Google. These are people that have to sit through 200 to 7,000 posts a day. And they have to literally, I'm not joking about this, literally, they interviewed one of these people. They have to watch people getting stabbed repeatedly, begging for their life and continuing to get stabbed. They have to watch sexual harassment at very high levels. They have to watch the most disgusting, vile stuff hundreds of times a day because Facebook's AI is still not as advanced enough. It gets rid of 95% of posts, but then you need the humans to review the rest of it. And they have to watch that stuff to remove it. Guess how much these guys are paid?
Probably minimum wage, if not less.
$15 and maybe less than that an hour based on your state. These people are making $28,800 a year. The average income for a Facebook tech employee, that guy that works in Facebook tech that you showed in this video, is $240,000. So this is where the hypocrisy comes in. You've got this guy making $250,000, probably working 10 to 20 hours a week. I'm not trying to diminish his job. I know tech is hard, but we've seen the day in the life videos, right? A lot of these people aren't doing anything. Why aren't you speaking up over the people in Phoenix, Arizona that are making barely minimum wage and have to see people getting killed every single day, to the point where Facebook had to pay $52 million in court to settle a mental health and PTSD civil case, because the workers were like, you need to pay for our therapy classes because we are literally seeing people get killed every day and we have to moderate this stuff.
Jesus.
This is the type of hypocrisy that exists in tech. They are protesting an organization that's just following what half of America voted for, which was stricter legal immigrations. They're not leaving America. You know, as Carp said, we're not going to just be political. We're going to do what the administration says because we are American first and foremost. But they're not protesting their own company that isn't willing to pay a decent salary for people that have to go through and witness some of the most horrific things every day. And I think that's the culture that ultimately, you know, Carp wanted.
I mean, it's the same thing with Apple, right? Look at Apple. I was watching a documentary, and I was not watching a Pornhub documentary. I was watching a documentary about China's labor practices, like with Apple. Apple, like, literally looks the other way. Like, they're literally using Uyghur slave labor camps in some of their factories, where literally you're imprisoned and you're told, like, okay, you got to go to this factory and work. And basically, they build our iPhones. Right? Yet, when you look at Apple, it's like, oh, we're woke. We're super woke. It's like the woke thing, I feel like, is overcompensation for all the shit that they actually do in the background. Like, they know that they are
100%.
actually driving wedges in society, causing chaos, but
they don't give a shit. Every company just wants to make money. That's it. I mean, we know this, right? That's it.
I mean, the same thing with a lot of these rare earth metal mining companies. We're like, look, we're saving the world by providing you these metals, but then you actually go to the countries where these things are being mined and the conditions are absolutely horrendous for a lot of these people.